Hey, good afternoon. It is Monday, 3:55, a little late in the day, but I wanted to talk about something very important, and that is we know, hey, it's the second weekend of the month. It's Monday. If you're not where you need to be right now, pacing to the end of the month, now is the time to make the change. And the change that we need to make is to identify that it's not a marketing dollars scenario. We don't need to drive more traffic to our dealership website. We don't need to convert more leads. What we need to do is we need to do a better job with the leads that we already have. I know that you know that this is a situation that we can fix from a process standpoint. So today what I wanted to do is I just wanted to talk about how we can, some very specific steps that we can take as dealers to do a better job. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to identify how leads are coming into the CRM. And when they get there, are we communicating with customers in a way that is going to resonate with them to give us the opportunity to convert those customers into appointments, get those appointments to walk into the dealership showroom so we can get that all-important face-to-face opportunity. And I know if we can get more customers in front of your salespeople, that you're going to end up selling more cars. We know that this is a math issue. So to illustrate that, the first thing I want to do is let me just go ahead and share my screen a little bit here. So here we go. There we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is let's just talk about, before I get to that page there, so let's just talk about you're spending marketing dollars right now in digital marketing. Customers are seeing those ads, and if they're interested, they're going to click on those ads. But then what happens? Where is that customer hitting your dealership website? Is your website set up in a way that is going to convert more of those website visitors into leads? So for example, let's just say, let me just move this over here real quick. Okay, let's say that I am looking at let's say I'm going to pause this right here. So this is our dealership website. This is Entice 360. This is just a demo website. Let me pause this. And let's say I'm a customer and I saw an ad for an Odyssey. I'm interested in that Odyssey. I'm interested in what offer a dealership has for that particular vehicle. And then I click on that ad. What you should be doing is making sure that we're putting the right landing page in front of those customers to convert those customers into leads, or at least giving that customer a pathway for conversion. So for example, with an Entice 360 website, we're going to drop that customer either on an SRP, which is going to show the customer what vehicles are available for that particular offer, if it's Odysseys, or we're going to drop them onto the specials page. And we do A/B testing to see what's going to convert higher for a particular dealer, for a particular market. And then we're going to run more of those ad dollars to what is going to be converting more often, continuing to pay attention to that lead conversion pathway and optimizing our ads to get the most amount of leads. Okay, so for example, let's say that I see this right here. I want to get this lead special. I click on that lead special. I got a lead form. I'm going to convert that customer into a lead by allowing the customer to get these offer details sent to their email address. That's one way. We also give that customer the ability to schedule a VIP test drive, to get pre-approved for this offer, to get a trade-in value, or to get their real offer on that vehicle. Or what they can do is they can click to get to the SRP that has all of the available Odysseys for that dealership's offer. Okay, so now we have a marketing plan, we have offers in the marketplace, and then that customer comes in and converts into a lead. What we want to do now is we want to make sure that we're maximizing the lead opportunity. But how do we do that? So first of all, I think what we need to do is we need to identify where there are potential gaps in our process and where there is opportunities. One way to do that is making sure that we're looking at on a daily basis how many leads have come into the dealership, how many phone calls, how many walk-ins, how many, if you're tracking anything other than those three key areas, maybe you have an other category or you have a campaign category, but identifying where you are, where your goals are, and see if you're hitting those numbers. If you're not hitting those numbers, identifying processes to be able to support and close that gap. So what do I mean by that? So let me go ahead and share my screen again. And I'm going to jump over to this little dashboard that we created. I really love this idea. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so it's a little bit easier to see on the video. But this allows us as a partner to dealers to help dealers identify where these opportunities are based on what their overall traffic currently is. So in this case, what this dashboard allows me to do is to quickly just export a little worksheet. This worksheet allows me to input information such as what month it is, what day that this data goes through. And then I'm going to be looking at my new goal for new sales, goal for used car sales, new cars sold, used cars sold, total internet leads, total internet sales, our total internet goal for leads. We do the same thing for phone, for walk-in, for other, and campaign. So now what this does is, and you can, I'm sure you have a dashboard report like this in your CRM or something similar. If you don't, you can build this in Excel. If you want, we can provide you access to this free tool that we provide our dealers with. But what it's going to do then is it's going to give you your overall closing percentage. In this case, we're at 4.8%. My phone closing is at 26.8%. My walk-in closing is at 27.6%. My closing other is 31%. My campaign closing is at 50%. Now, what we can do is see where is this getting me where I want to go. If my goal is 120 new car sales and I'm at 48 right now, I'm overpacing where I need to be. This is great. If I have 21 used cars out right now, I'm pacing 54, my goal is 80, we have a gap we need to fill. If our overall sales goal is 200, I'm pacing 178, we have some work to do. Now also from a leads standpoint, if our overall internet leads to goal is 700 versus our goal at 1,000, we have some work to do. We need to make sure that we're optimizing our website, we're optimizing our marketing dollars. We don't necessarily need to spend more money, but what we need to do is make sure that we're putting the dollars in the right place. That's going to help drive more leads. Also, phone calls, pacing 106, 200, pacing 300, out of 400 for walk-in. Other leads, pacing 41 out of 50. Campaign leads, pacing 41 out of 50. But really, what the most important thing that I see here is that if I have an internet closing percentage goal of 10%, I'm at 4.8. I know that I have a lot of opportunities in the leads that I already have in the CRM. If my phone closing is 20%, I'm at 26%, I'm doing a good job there. If my walk-in closing percentage goal is 30%, I'm at 27, we're really close to being where we need to be at. The big opportunity here is this internet closing at 4.8%. So what can we do? And that's where I want to talk about how customers are converting into leads from your dealership website. So I'm just going to jump into an Odyssey VDP. And this Odyssey VDP is going to show me how customers are converting into leads. Now, whether you're using an Entice 360 website or using a website from a different provider, as customers engage with your dealership website, they're going to be converting in different technologies and tools. In this case, I have a schedule a test drive, get pre-approved, get a Kelley Blue Book trade-in value, or a sell us your car express cash offer, or build a deal. Or, is this still available? Get best price, whatever your primary CTA is. And then from that point, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a process in place that's going to allow us to optimize. And that's going to lead me into my big point that I want to make in this video is, if you're at a 4.8% closing percentage ratio, and you know that you can be at 10%, that you have a huge opportunity in pulling deals from the leads that you already have. How can we do this? Well, I would challenge you to look at what your overall process is on how you're communicating with the leads that are coming into your dealership's CRM and looking for those opportunities. When a customer engages with a dealership website, and so, for example, this tool allows me to create a script that is going to be specific to an individual consumer based on how that lead came in. So I can say the first thing I want to do is, for this, let's go ahead and use a express cash offer. Let's say a customer went on the website, they got a real offer, and it's the express cash offer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a phone call. I'm going to pop in my name real quick right here. I'm going to put my customer's name there. Let's say it's John Adams. How about that? Put my phone number there. Now, they are interested in a 2025 Honda Odyssey. They have, let's say, since this is an express cash offer, if this customer converted on a website like this, we know that the customer is looking for a 2026 Honda Odyssey. So let's go ahead and actually make that 2026 Honda Odyssey. And let's say that I put my information in for a 2021 Honda CRV. Okay, so now express cash offer, phone call, my name, customer's name, my callback number, the vehicle of interest, trade-in. I hit generate script. Now this gives me a script of what I want to do to make a phone call to this customer. So let's just make sure that, let's make pretend that I am calling my customer. I say to him, hey, John Adams, this is David Farmer from 360 Honda. I'm calling about the instant online offer that you received for your 2021 Honda CRV. Am I catching you at a good time? Excellent. I'd like to invite you down for your on-site vehicle inspection so we can finalize your offer. Would sometime this afternoon or would this evening be better? Note, divide the day into thirds, offer the next two time periods. I'm in afternoon, I say afternoon. Then I say evening. If I am in this evening, I'm going to say, can you come in this evening, or would tomorrow morning be better? So, and then the customer says, well, I could probably be there tomorrow. Great. I do have a opening at 10:15, or would 11:45 be better? Note, offer two appointment times at 15 and 45. So it doesn't, you want to firm up the appointment that you are providing to your customer. Of course, your time is valuable. Their time is valuable. If we can lock down an appointment on a 15 or 45, history has shown that that is a more legitimate appointment time, and both parties are going to be more apt to show up for that appointment. So we offer that. And then after we select the appointment time, I say, hey, when you arrive, please let the team member know that you have a VIP express appointment with me, David Farmer. So I'm saying my name again. I'll have your information ready to expedite the process to get you a final offer for your vehicle very quickly. So another thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm focused on appointment setting. I don't want to discuss what you're looking at replacing right now. I don't want to discuss purchase options until the customer actually arrives. The reason that they converted to a lead is through the express cash offer system. Let's use that as the opportunity to convert that customer into an appointment. One of the things that you might also want to do through this appointment setting process is to provide some information that's going to build value in the dealership and for you as the salesperson. I would like to recommend that you do something like this. Say, hey, at 360 Honda, we make selling your vehicle simple and transparent. And remember, we even buy cars even if you don't buy ours. Okay, so that is how we'd want to handle the phone call when we make an outbound phone call. Of course, not everybody's going to pick up the phone the first time. So what we need to do is we need to leave a voicemail. Same thing. We come down here, we generate script. Hey, John Adams, this is David Farmer from 360 Honda. I'm following up about your instant online offer for your Honda. Call me back at 727-514-2097 and we'll schedule a quick on-site inspection. We'll make it fast, easy, and pressure-free. Simple, easy. That is the voicemail that you're going to leave for that customer. After you leave a voicemail, then you're going to want to send a SMS. Go over there, SMS, click this copy to clipboard button, and this is the text that you send. Hey, John Adams, this is David Farmer at 360 Honda. I'm following up on your instant online offer for your Honda. We can schedule your vehicle inspection today or tomorrow. What time works best for you? Simple SMS text addressing how the customer converted into a lead. Just think about how you would respond if you received that kind of response after filling out a form on a website. You got the phone call. You saw that the voicemail came in. Then you saw a SMS, all referencing why that customer converted into a lead. Now, when they're done there, you can send an email. And again, the important thing here is to make sure that we're doing it where it's relevant for what the customer did on the website. So this is finalize your instant online offer. Hey, John Adams, thanks for using 360 Honda's instant online offer tool. I'd love to schedule your on-site vehicle inspection for your 2021 Honda CR-V so we can finalize your offer. We make it fast and easy. And remember, we buy cars even if you don't buy ours. Please reply with a good time today or tomorrow. Call me at blah, 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 blah. So that's a great way to be able to handle a customer when they convert into a lead. Now, whether this lead responded, that we're responding to this lead immediately with this process, or you're picking up on a lead that came in last week, last month, whatever, these are great steps that you can take to convert more of these leads into appointments and more of those appointments into online opportunities. Another thing that I want to share with you real quick, see if I can do this. Beautiful. So with the tools that we put on dealership websites, when a customer converts into a lead, what we're able to do is provide an appointment certificate like you see right here. There's a nice appointment certificate. So you can see customer's first name, appointment location, appointment date, appointment time, vehicle description. If a customer got an online offer through Express Cash Offer, they're going to receive a nice online certificate such as this, providing that Express Cash Offer. We're going to provide them with a check like you see right here. This is going to be an appraisal certificate customized for your dealership. And then if a customer converted into a test drive appointment, they're going to get a test drive appointment certificate like that. If they convert into by building your deal, we provide a deal certificate like you see right there with the 9-payment grid. With the cash offer, if there is a trade, the Express Cash Offer certificate for the value. We can even send them a deal sheet that you see right there, really completing the entire process. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. So my point of this video is that it's not always a traffic problem. It's not always a marketing problem. Sometimes it's just a process problem. Sometimes you have enough leads in your CRM right now to get you to where you need to be, but what you need to do is to be able to identify where there's an issue and then put a process in place to be able to fix that. I appreciate your time. You're going to find this video plus many others at entice.com. And I'm out. Maybe. And I'm out.